That uncertainty of what lies ahead has prompted President Trump to sign an emergency declaration for Arkansas. The state can now get disaster relief help from FEMA. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Susanne Brunner. As the days pass and the river rises, we continue to see more and more videos like this. We're talking about roads, homes, and farms all underwater. It could be days before some areas see any signs of relief. Our meteorologist Hayden Nix is not on the ground this morning. He's actually up above in the air getting a view of the Arkansas River. Hayden, earlier you took us over in the Dardanelle area where we're learning overnight a levee had breached. It's just sad looking at these images. I mean, you're just seeing rooftops right now, covered roadways and everything. We're going to check in with Hayden Nix a little bit later in the show. You know, that area there, I want to let you know if you need to get out of the area, you can actually find shelter at the Dardanelle Community Center. You can actually drop off your pets as well to a temporary animal shelter at the Yell County Fairgrounds. Some things that you need to bring with you: clothes, bedding, toiletries, even medication if you plan on staying in the shelter. You know, this morning we continue to follow the flooding situation in Arkadelphia.
The fire chief there, Jason Hunt, now joins us live.
You know, we see those images, just the flooding.
Yeah.
We can't stress this enough. If you see a flooded roadway, turn around, don't drown. We see in situations like this in the past, people tend to drive over these roadways even though it's flooded, and it gets them in a very bad situation. So please stay safe this morning. Yep. The Arkansas River spreading beyond its banks this morning, levees and dams all at risk. Just this morning, we are learning a levee in Dardanelle breached last night. Meteorologist Hayden Nix is flying over the river this morning with a look at the area. Hayden, this past week, you have seen the Arkansas River from a ground level standpoint, but now you're up in the air. Tell us a little more about this new perspective. All week we've been telling you about RDOT's efforts to keep you safe. The iDrive Arkansas map available online and on your phone right now. It's an app, but I want to take a closer look at this because a lot has changed since yesterday morning. More than 30 flooded highways to report this morning, a lot of them across central Arkansas and on the west side of the state. But the blue X's that you see on this screen indicates flooded highways. And a new thing that you will find on this app as well, which is really neat. Right there, you see those purple camera icons. If you click on that, this is what will pop up. You will get a live look at the current conditions out there and what's happening. I know it's Friday. A lot of people are going to be traveling this weekend, so it might be a good thing to check this before you head out the door because I'm going to assume there's going to be some roadways that you cannot drive over. So see, the floodwaters are very, very high right now. I've got Senator Jason Raper joining us live right now. And Senator Raper, you actually live right across, just around the corner.
That's right.
But it took you how long to get here?
Well, this morning it took me about an hour and a half. You know, I can be right where you're at in about 5 miles from my house. And with road closures, it was 71 miles for me to get here. And what's happening is that is impacting families for their work, for school, for medical services.
Right,
it's very disruptive.
That's right. And Max, I want you to pan this way. This is why. Look at that. This is the first time we've been able to get a look at what's across this bridge. You can't even see the road continue here.
No, it's underwater.
Pan over here real quick. You can see some of the rooftops just showing right here. This was actually a roadway where many homes had to evacuate. But coming up, you actually talked to an elderly couple who was just going to ride this out.
That's exactly right. In fact, just up here.
Well, you know, being on the other side of the bridge, Aaron, I wasn't expecting to see this. I mean, this is just so sad to see the water coming up to the foot of this bridge right here, and you can't even see where it picks up again, the road that is, but you can see signs almost underwater straight ahead. This is the Toadsuck One Stop. That is a staple in this community. I actually spoke with a woman, and her grandfather actually started this shop years ago and now has a new owner for the last 15 years. But they put up sandbags about a week ago and trying to do whatever they could to protect this. But as you can see, it is underwater right now. Look at the river, too. The water, it's moving really swiftly here. We're told that the water is supposed to crest sometime today and later recede. But you can see right here also a car that was left behind, also underwater. And straight ahead there, this is a road that goes to
some homes. I'm told about 30 homes over here. A lot of the people who live back here already evacuated. They had to evacuate their animals from farms, pack up what they can. I spoke with one woman who said that she has to, all of her items are inside of her car, and she's just moving from home to home, staying with whoever she can until all this water recedes. So I'll try to bring you a Facebook Live after our show is over with Aaron. But again, this is the images that we're seeing out here today.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. It's the first day of spring. So glad you can join us right here on KARK4 today. I'm Susanne Brunner.
And I am Aaron Nolan, and I cannot get over the cake madness that is the little Debbie March madness. This is just mind-boggling.
It is. You know, looking at it, I didn't realize little Debbie had all those sweet treats. Breaking news into our newsroom, and sad news to report this morning as we have learned that Mitch Petras, former Arkansas Razorback, has died. This is according to our sister station, Fox 16 sports director Wes Moore. Friends reach out to him saying Mitch died from a heat stroke. The Special Olympics are coming up, and Maumelle Police Officer Sergeant will be one of the people to get the game started. Eli Keller is here this morning. We're so glad to have you. You're taking part in this law enforcement torch run. This is a huge deal. So you leave today. Where are you going? What's expected?
So I leave today, but they were like, no, the Crown Prince is filling an Olympic pool with ice or something like that, and we have to jump into that.
Are you excited?
I'm not.
But hey, it's for a good cause, right? So how can people help out with that? Is there something online?
There is. I have a link on.
5:32 is your time right now. Today, the House Judiciary Committee continues its debate ahead of its vote on the articles of impeachment against President Trump. Democrats say he should be removed from office for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Republicans are calling the impeachment investigation a political vendetta against Trump. Once the debate is done, the committee will take a vote.
To see somebody ruin their career like that.
Well, I'm saying that. I disagree.
So you're listening to this body cam footage. This is what happened in Camden. Police officers were left in disbelief after arresting one of their own for DUI. Police say Officer Ben Opelt crashed his car, and then he told the responding officers that a deer ran in front of him. But police say he was highly intoxicated. He's facing a DUI charge and is now on leave. Conway city leaders are trying to make one busy street safer. The city says nearly 20,000 vehicles drive down Harkrider every day, going up to 50 miles per hour. But the problem is there's no sidewalk for folks who just want to walk along the road. The city's now applying for a grant to pave a new sidewalk along the road to make it safer for people who are walking there. School buses in Warren, they're getting some new additions in an effort to improve safety. It forces drivers to either hit the brakes or hit part of the bus. This is what we're talking about here. The extended arms stick out into the other lane to stop cars from passing illegally. If a car does keep driving and it hits the sign, it will fall off to prevent a bigger accident. Warren School says it's already a success, and it's only been a week. And just to let you know, that thing is about 6 feet long. All right, you guys, Maroon 5 is coming to Simmons Bank Arena in August, and you have a chance to go for free. We are giving away 4 pairs of tickets this week. For your chance to win, just head to our website, KARK.com, or the KARK Facebook page to enter. Tomorrow is the last day you can register and hopefully win. And of course, we want to give you a huge shout out and a thank you to everybody who donated to our Food for the Holidays telethon yesterday. Thanks to you, we raised $50,000. It's a lot. I know, right? Thank you so much, everybody. That's enough to provide more than 250,000 meals for our Kansans in need. Pat, I'm so impressed year after year just how giving everybody is out here in our state.
Yeah, I like it how we got the phones up there on the desk, and they're just ringing.
We are following breaking news this morning as Little Rock police investigate the city's 14th homicide this year. It's part of a triple shooting that happened this morning. KARK4's Isabella Moeller joining us live right now with more on what police have been able to tell us so far. Daylight now, Isabella. This happened several hours ago. A much different scene that we're looking at right now. What else have you learned?
This morning, Suzanne is out at Crane RV. I don't know if she's trying to pick out the RV or if she's just trying to get a leg up on me. Suzanne? All right, so have you picked it out yet?
I didn't get a chance to pick out the RV. I didn't get to pick it. They picked it for us, and you know what? No complaints here at Crane RV. Check it out. You want to see it? There it is. Isn't that awesome? It's huge. It's got so much space, Pat. So real quick, I want to read off some comments, okay? Because I told people, like, hey, where do you want us to go? What should we see in your town? So Kelly says, you got to go to the trout hatchery in Heber. And then Susan says, come out to Pine Bluff at Indigo Blue Coffee House. Like a ton more, okay? So let us know where you think. Hey, I've got Slade here with Crane RV. He wants to show us a little bit about some of the features here, some new things that I'm seeing this year. So let's start from the front.
Great, no problem at all. What we have here, the one thing about the Jayco, the 27N, is that you'll notice the front cap is one piece and it's molded, and there's no seams on this one. So you'll never have to worry about the wear and tear in the split and rot within the future, so the longevity works really well. And also we have the electric awning. One push of the button to bring the awning out. It extended around 10 to 12 feet on the awning as well. And then you have outdoor waterproof speakers, and you also have the storage underneath, and there's great storage in this unit. So you can take a look inside here and you'll see some of the storage. And then of course our propane.
Wait, this is speakers right here?
This is a speaker system.
Oh my God. You know what Pat's going to be blasting out? Pat's going to be playing some Van Halen Jump. I'm telling you.
Everyone likes Van Halen, right?
All right, so let's walk over here. This is actually new. We didn't have this last year, and this is really cool. But let's talk about the space. Oh my goodness.
Take a look inside this. When you open up the back panels of the 27N, you have lots of storage space all the way through. Sure, and a pull pass through, and you also have an open door in the back cab as well. And
okay, I'm going to show you some perspective. This is how big this thing is. I can fit. I'm about like 6 feet. No, I'm kidding. I'm 5'3", believe it or not. But look at this. So much space in here that you can cram in here. So, yeah, quite a bit for a 5-day road tour, Pat. I'm really, really excited. Head to KARK.com, click on the community tab, and you can find out where we're heading starting Monday, and 35 counties. It's going to be a fun one. We'll see you.
Hey, good morning. Your time right now is 7:26. I'm Susanne Brunner. Flooding a major concern across central Arkansas this morning. I want to go straight to meteorologist Hayden Nix, who's joining us live from a water rescue that's taking place right now. Hayden, what can you tell us? All right, so I just wrapped up my 10-week reading tour at elementary schools across central Arkansas. So I've been visiting kindergarten, first and second grade students with the main character of my children's book, Busker the Tusker, to talk to kids about the importance of reading. And it was a huge success. 4,200 kids have taken the pledge to read 10 books in 10 weeks. Some have already completed the pledge and received their certificates of completion. So let's take a look at some of these pictures here. Love these kiddos. Check them out. These are students from Ann Watson Elementary in Bigelow in Perry County. There's them with their certificates. They were so excited to tell me all about the new books they read for the 10-week challenge. Now, some other kids who took part were in Russellville and Cabot. They have also read 10 books in 10 weeks as well. They're getting their certificates as well. And then, look, it's not too late for your child to join. You can find the pledge on the Bookathon page under the community tab on KARK.com. This is what it looks like. All you have to do is have your child read a book, fill it out once a week. It's just a little roadmap. And in the very end, Busker and I will award your child with a certificate. So it's really fun. Here's a look at the map, and all the dots kind of show you where we've traveled for 10 weeks. We've had such a great time. I created Susanne Brunner's Bookathon 10 Books, 10 Weeks because my goal is to encourage reading at an early age. I think it's super important. I started reading at a very early age just in hopes that we can make an improvement in our reading scores. It's about story time. It's about getting kids to talk about why reading is important, and also to get them excited about picking up a book and reading books they haven't read yet. So grab a book. Let's work together to instill the love of reading in our children.
This is KARK 4 Today.
Good Friday morning. So glad you can join us right here on KARK 4 Today. Yes, it is Friday, December 13th. I'm Susanne Brunner. You know, we have found some video of a sticky situation you wouldn't think you would find in nature. Take a look at this. A bald eagle tried to take on an octopus. Friday morning, everybody. We made it to the very end of the week. Glad you can join us right here on KARK 4 Today. I'm Susanne Brunner. So we found some video of a pretty sticky situation you wouldn't think you would find in nature, but take a look at this. A bald eagle tried to take on an